Okay.
Okay, how's everybody doing? It's Steve here. How's the Brynteson team doing? Put in the chat if you're fired up. We got some exciting news for you today. Pray you're doing great. Okay, hold on. I'm just getting a few things lined up here correctly. Okay. All right. Sorry that the light is kind of funky here where I'm at, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I just want to let you know we're going to have a special surprise speaker. So get your guests on. I mean, not your guest, your team on. This is for team. Want to let you know that we had a fantastic Atlanta event. Many were there. Everybody clap, chat, say I was there, and it was incredible. Carlotta, I think I got it right. She was like the star of the show there from the Brynteson team. Guys, you know what? This is a lot more about just having fun and community. And then because everybody sees that we're having so much fun and we care so much about each other, that everybody wants to be a part, we put the technology to the test, we make it happen, and then we all start achieving our goals that we have accomplished, that we have set out for each other. And we're all going to help each other achieve them. It's like I forgot somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, you said you'd help me with a Zoom meeting." I was nervous to ask you. So now I'm going to help somebody Zoom meeting. I forgot their name. There's so many people. That's my goal for everybody here. Larry, my goal with you and Jerry is for you to have so many people you forget everybody's names, but you wear the patch to do your best to try to remember everybody's names. But Mary, Mora Joy, we're going to help you too.
It's one of the
But
caps from outside. It keeps falling down. I need to figure.
okay. All right. Well, somebody help us mute all the people that are talking to their pets or their kids or something. I don't know. But in the meantime, Carlotta, did we have fun in Atlanta or what? Come on. Wow. Everybody, if you missed it, it was just so inspiring. I was so inspired by the talks and by the people. The entire event was just so it was a godsend that every single person that spoke and shared their heart, we all needed to hear. I don't care if you're me, I'm a 3-star presidential, I needed to be there. So I hope you understand how important. And some of you are probably saying, hey, I need to be there. I don't know how I'm going to get there. You need to start figuring out how, because I've been to every single one and I'm getting all the information. And again, I'm just trying to let you know that whoever has the most information is going to see their business grow the fastest. So I'm encouraging you to get to one, get your team to some. Think about how you can encourage your team to go. It's like Cindy and Jens didn't need to be there, and Paul and Linda didn't be there because their team was there. Now, there probably were some other people that were there from the Brynteson team, but I just want to let you know. Guys, I'm trying to show you the view that's over here. You start seeing that doesn't matter. See, if you look real quick, you can see it's really blue. All right. But it's the light and everything. But point is that Gina wanted me to show you the view here. Not to kind of stir things up that you got to get out of where you're at in the snow or wherever you're at, but to let you know that, hey, keep dreaming because it's your time is coming. You all got the right, you're all in the right, you got the right vehicle. It's just a matter of now putting in the effort, making it happen, staying consistent. That's probably Carlotta. You could help nod a little bit for me, but wouldn't you agree that a lot of the talk this weekend was consistency, staying consistent, staying focused? You don't have to be perfect, but you got to be real and you got to stay on your game and you got to keep doing it. You can't be like doing the hokey pokey. You got to get this done, and you're not quitting what you're doing. You're all work. Every one of us is doing our careers. We're all working. It's like, I kind of got my own career going on because I'm setting up all these meetings every weekend. What do you think I'm doing today? I'm getting ready for the Cleveland meeting. So if you got a job, no problem. I'm kind of like making this happen and kind of acting as to what we have to do to get it rolling so that when Travis gets to where I'm at, it's already rolling. You know, you don't have to worry. But the point is that we're all busy, but we fit it in within our schedule as we're talking to people and helping them make it happen. So uh, I pray that you're making every moment that you've got count. And I'm not saying that you have to. This is a part-time business, whether you're full-time, if you're doing this full-time or not. It's part-time. But we had some incredible information. Some incredible information was taught in Atlanta. Now I wanted to let you know something too, that we are obviously we're filling in. Everybody knows Gene and I are filling in every single Monday because my sister-in-law is going through a health challenge and we're all praying for her and she's amazing and we want everyone to win, want everyone to succeed. I also will tell you that you got to think ahead because you never know. You know, I'm not calling this on any one of us or one of you, but you never know what can happen. We all got to put a little more sense of urgency because life's too short, right, Carletta? I mean, life is too short to be putting this on the back burner because we never know what can happen. The cost of living keeps going up. Travis, we got to get this thing done. So I'm here. I'm letting you know that David is pulling out all the stops. As far as I'm concerned, the promotion that we got going on, I'm not going to go through the same promotion tonight because I've been going through this promotion and I got a video of it. And Gina said, please don't talk about the same thing tonight that you talked about last week. So I'm getting trained and schooled and taught on what to say and how to do it. So I called out the reserves and I got my special friend that crushed it in Hotlanta this weekend. I hope he's on. I think he's on. I'm going to be calling him up in a second. I'm going to just text him right now. He's on. They tell me he's on. Okay, great. All right, give me a second. But I want to just let you know that it's your moment. You just got to be real. You don't have to be perfect, but you got to do it. Every day you got to talk to at least 5 people minimum, and you've got to talk to them with passion and excitement and let them know what is happening. The great thing is we are all here. So if somebody needs to see the bigger picture or needs something more, you've all got my cell phone. I've been giving it to you every single week. 561. Put in the chat, somebody. My daughter's helping us out, helping the whole team out. Mia, all hands are on deck for the Brynteson team. We're here to do your Zooms, to do your 3-way calls, whatever you need. 561-306-1811. Wait, that's Gina's cell. Mine is 561. We already given it to her anyways. Everyone knows everybody's cell because we're here. We're family. 561-317-8229 is mine. Larry, call me. Leverage me. You're working with the number one guy. Okay? Also, I want to let you know that David's heart is so incredible. This guy has been pulling out the stops since we launched the new plan, which we had to launch, which is way more, which is going to be such a blessing for all of you once you understand that the 3-leg concept, meaning that, Travis, if you've never built a network before, normally, my friend will tell you that my guest speaker, every network I've ever been in, you've got to go wide and wide and wide. The wider you go, the more money you make, the more higher rank you are. Lyndon knows what I'm talking about. This is not easy because what do we call it? We call it spinning plates. So, Maura, I'd be happy to help your team. Then I'm going to have to help Travis. Then I got to help Carlotta's team. Then Paul and Linda. Then Travis. You see, there's so many plates to spin because you go 3 wide, 6 wide, 9 wide, 12 wide, 15, 20 wide. Here, all they do is you keep driving these 3 legs deeper. And if you want to hit the highest rank like me, you got to have 4 legs. But still, that's not something like we're talking. You just keep helping everyone keep driving down the business by doing one-on-ones, home meetings, Zoom meetings, and home meetings. That's all we do. Okay? So this is incredible. But I will say that when they flipped the switch, their goal was to help the newest person make more money faster. Now they just made a little enhancement, which was incredible, but now they're having something major come where they're going to be making it much easier to help the lower ranks qualify and in turn generate income. It's going to be wild. It's going to be insane. Now let me just give you a heads up. I told everyone that the promotion that's going on right now from to make $900 for 4 people, $450 for 2 people was going to be extended. It's the best promotion in 40 years I've ever seen in networking. I hope you will go 1-star and 2-star manager. That you personally sponsoring that are brand new. And if the ones that you have in, help them get new people in and help them break 1- and 2-star managers, because they get paid and you get paid and I get paid for breaking 1- and 2-star managers. You can make 225 and 450 as you break 1- and 2-star managers, and they can make 450, 900. Everybody. Can you imagine 400, 4 people can make you $900 on advanced packages? So, this is right, 1 to the left, it's a star manager, advanced packages. If you don't understand that, let me know. But I can't see anything simpler than 1 right, 1 left. The person is brand new. They can make an extra $450 in 9 weeks. You put 2 right, 2 left, they can make 900. There's no company that allow you to do this that I've ever seen, conventional or networking. So then David is saying, hey, we are going to make this happen so big for the newest people. And this is happening very quickly. We're about done, almost done with the data knowledge. And then, because we got to get it right. And then we're going to take and put this out into the plan. And basically all it's doing is it's making 3-star manager, 1 and 2 and 3-star director easier to accomplish, which is going to help those people generate more money faster in the plan, and going to help the people like, let's just say Paul and Linda, they're breaking leaders. You get paid, all of you get paid as you break 1-star directors. What if 1-star director was just 1 leg instead of 3? Can you imagine how faster you could break them and how many more you'd already have right now? This is what I'm talking about, Paul and Linda. So I'm just saying that the reason why I brought up, I told you that they were going to make the enhancements, and I told you they were going to extend the promo that we're doing right now from 2 weeks to 4 weeks. We got inside information for the Brynteson team. This is going to happen. So it's up to you to roll up your shirt sleeves right now. So when it does happen, obviously you're going to be in momentum as things happen. But the great thing is you don't have to wait, because you have this promotion. I mean, how many of you have sponsored a new person and broke a 1-star manager over the last 48 hours to a week, and done the same thing with as a 2-star manager? How many have you done? You don't need to put in the chat, but be honest with yourself. This is sitting there waiting, and all we've been doing, Linda knows this, Paul knows this, and Lynn and Guy know this, that since we started, all we've been doing is help people go 1- and 2-star manager, breaking managers, being manager, breaking machines. And this is all we've been doing. So this is not complicated. The faster you help people go manager and you start doing this, the more excitement and the more you start moving through the ranks, and obviously the income starts coming. So without further ado, special presentation just to get you guys to see where we're at. And the reason why I brought Reggie on here is because he's sponsored by my friend who passed away. Now, this gentleman, he rolled up his shirt sleeve and made this happen before his family needed it. And that's why his family's being blessed. So I want to make sure that you understand. That's why I got a message here on urgency, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But all of us need to roll up our shirt sleeves and be prepared, because and God didn't put this in front of us for no reason. This is not by coincidence. We're all friends right now and business partners. So I hope you're not taking it lightly, because I'm not. I'm getting ready to head to Cleveland. I just was in Atlanta, and before that I was in Dallas. Before that, I had a bunch of Portuguese between Dallas and Atlanta at my house, helping them understand how big this is. So I'm not holding back for my family, and I don't want to hold back for you, and I want to help every single one of you. So without further ado, my friend from Atlanta, hot Atlanta, Georgia, Reggie Stewart. Jump on the call, Reggie. I'm gonna pin you and let you take it away.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Steve, so much. You and Gina. I just can't, I can't say enough about you all. And certainly to Cindy and Jens, for allowing me to come on and share a little bit. And you all know that Steve Merritt is Absolutely incredible. I mean, I can't say enough about him. As he said, here this weekend in Atlanta, he'll be in Cleveland this coming week. And it just blows me away how much energy he retains on a real got some AI background just a little bit. Make sure we don't have any background noise. But yeah, just on his way to Cleveland, Ohio, as he can say, all he does from one week to the next is figure out ways that he can help our team. Every person on this Zoom is in an incredible place right now. I've been around in this industry for a long time, but I can tell you, as Steve was talking about how wide you have to go and how many people you have to bring into a business. I've seen this before. I've seen this, as a matter of fact, a few times. And what blows me away is that there's an opportunity for every single person on this Zoom to do something that has never, ever been done in this industry, which is allow your teams to have the success that they desire to have. This is not normal. Many times when people look at network marketing, they'll kind of relate it to something they've seen. But this is not that. I always tell people, and this is kind of the attitude that we all have to have as we go forward. We have to have this belief that this is the biggest thing we've ever seen in our life. And I truly believe that. I don't just say that. And I say that to every single person I come in contact with. Well, some of you may not feel comfortable saying that right now. Well, one of the things that I will encourage you to do is make sure you are attending events, every event. I mean, it's amazing. Sometimes we go to events and we have a tendency to think that, you know what, I went to the last one, I'll just take a break on this one. That's not how it works. You want to make sure not only do you go there, you want to have 10, 15, 20 people with you. And you want to start promoting events ahead of time. Like we already know that the event's going to take place in Orlando, Florida, the 7th through the 9th. We want to start promoting that event now like it's tomorrow. We want to make sure people understand the value of being at an event like that. When you talk about being on the This Is It team, that in itself says a lot. You're talking about individuals who are paving the way and truly paving the way. I went to Orlando last year in August. And I'm going to tell you, what Steve and Gina Merritt put on an event, I heard someone say they know how to throw an event. It's like throwing a party. But you got to remember, these individuals have hearts of gold. They know what it takes, and they know what it takes to make the money. See, we don't have to just rely on the fact that we have an incredible technology, which we do. We have a financial opportunity that is probably unprecedented, not only in this industry, but in every industry, in my opinion, that we would have an opportunity to participate in. So I just want to let everyone know the time is now. Over the next 8 weeks, you want to bring in 10 people. I've already started. Yesterday, I signed my very first person in that 10 commitment run. It is called the Power of 10 Commitment. Do not take that lightly. Can you imagine, as Steve was talking about, you building 1-star and 2-star managers? You become a manager building machine, you will never look back. You become a manager building machine, you'll start putting people in a place where they can win. And they're going to call you and they're going to thank you over and over and over and over and over again. So if you're thinking about this and trying to figure out whether or not you want to get committed or you want to be serious about this, I can just share a real brief story about my friend Ken Robinson, who you just heard Steve mention. And I've known this gentleman 30 years. I've known him 30 years. And I mean, one of the sharpest people I've ever met. He knows compensation plans when he see them. I mean, when he looks at a compensation plan, when he looks at a business opportunity, when he calls me, I just say, okay, let's go. I don't have to wonder whether or not it's something for me, whether or not it's going to benefit me. Ken Robinson called me up. He shared this with me, and it just blew me away because he had already done whatever research was needed. He can do that in a day. He doesn't take long to make a decision. And Ken, 2 months after finding out about Lifeway, he found out that he had stomach cancer. He was told at that time he would only have 4 to 6 months to live, and he went on to live almost 3 years. Think about that. Through that process, he told nobody that he had cancer that I knew of, except his wife, his 2 sons, and maybe 1 or 2 other people knew. But that was it. And he went on for the next couple of years, and I'm talking about working this business without any excuses. And my point that I want to make about this story is that we can just imagine what we have going on in our lives. But how many times can you have the weight of the world on your shoulder, and you still go out and make it happen? That's what we have to do, because we want to make sure that everybody on our team get what they came for. And Ken went on and he went to work, and I mean he worked tirelessly. Made no excuses. He never looked back. Literally, I never knew, and I've been knowing this guy 30 years. He never mentioned one time that he was tired. He never mentioned one time that he was sick. He never mentioned one time that he didn't have time to get on a Zoom. Not one time. So when we look at doing this, we have to decide whether or not we're going to do this for our kids and our kids. We have to decide that up front. We don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. We just have to have a large enough why. And if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not large enough. You got to make sure that everything that you do is dedicated to you making it happen. And when you have individuals like Cindy and Jens and, leading the pack, and you got Steve and Gina Merritt, and you have the This Is It team, there is no doubt in my mind that you can win. There's no doubt in my mind that you will win. And the more you look at what you have, the more you're going to bless other people, because you're going to realize you can't keep this to yourself. This is not the opportunity to keep to yourself. You got to tell the world. You got to let everybody know that, hey, look, you know what? There's an opportunity for you. You know what? I talk to people on a regular basis, and every single day, I get excited because I know that I have something to offer to people. We have to have that kind of attitude about what we have. In Atlanta, Georgia, this past weekend, I learned so much. I learned a lot. And that is why it's critical whenever there's an event. You got to look at how serious this is. This is not another one of those things. You got to look at it and see how serious this is. When I was in Atlanta, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I said, wow, man, we have over 200 people here. There's like 100 million people in Atlanta. I know it's not that many, but there are so many people in Atlanta that know nothing about this. So if that is the case in Atlanta, Georgia, no matter where you are around the country, and even around the world, can you imagine you being the person that kick it all off? You being the person that becomes the leader of all those individuals, whether they were, even if there are people who've been around and they've fallen off. Think about those individuals. You don't have to just wonder about where all these new people are going to come. There are some people who have just lost the vision. There's some people who don't realize how big this opportunity has grown since they left. So what you have to do is call them up. Hey, it's okay to call a person back and say, look, you know what? I know you hadn't been really looking seriously doing the business over the last year or so, but I just want to update you on what's happening. I want to give you an idea of how this compensation plan has changed, why so many people now are changing their lives financially, because we have to put a lot of power into the financial part of this through our conversations. And the reason is because there are so many people, in my opinion, more concerned about their finances than their health. So think about it. It is our opportunity. This is the opportunity we've all been praying for, we've been wishing for, we've been hoping for, and it falls in our lap. And we are on the best team in the world. That This Is It team. There's no doubt that we have individuals who are doing some of the most phenomenal things to help everyone. So I want to really suggest to everyone, promote events. Look at the This Is It event that's going to take place in Orlando. I'll say this again, Unstoppable, August 7th through the 9th. Are you registered? Think about that. Are you registered for that event? If not, that's the first step. You have to be there. That's not an option. And people say, I used to hear people say, well, let me just see what I have going on around that time. No. That's the wrong answer. You want to start planning for it as if it's the only thing going on, and that will be going on the 7th through the 9th of August. That is how you look at it. That is how you look at every event, because as Steve said earlier, the events, you want to book a meeting from a meeting, no matter where that meeting is. If it's a Zoom meeting, if it's an in-person meeting, a hotel meeting, if it's a convention, whatever it is, you want to always promote the next meeting, because that is where the fire is. And for a new person, when they first get started, that is when they're going to be the most excited. They're going to be the most excited in the moment in which they see this opportunity and they decide to become a part of it. That is where they're going to have the most excitement. That's an opportunity for you to help them build their business and build a solid foundation starting at that point. So I just like to say to Steve Merritt, I don't want to go on and on, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm totally in. Steve and I know he's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. I already have some people that are going to be going up prior to Steve going to Cleveland. They live here in Atlanta, Georgia. They're going to be going to Cleveland, Ohio, 2 or 3 days before Steve, just so that they can start tilling the soil, if you will, or if they can start shaking the bushes. They want to make sure that they take every opportunity that they can to take full advantage of that event that's going to take place on Saturday, May 2nd in Cleveland, Ohio. And me, myself, guess what? I'm going to be going up there in the next couple of weeks after that. My thing is to help people understand we don't have to wait around for this to happen. We have to go out and make it happen. And when we do that, we open the doors for so many people who would have never, ever taken that step but because you did, they do. So with that being said, Steve, I just want to say again, thank you to Gina and you and Gina for doing an outstanding job, and also to Cindy and Jen. Just know that we're here to do whatever it takes to make sure that the people who come on board and say they want this, they really want it. We want to make sure we do everything in our power to help them get it. So with that being said, Steve, I just want to thank you again. Thank you for having me on. And I look forward to seeing you all in Orlando, Florida. If not before, it is certainly my pleasure. God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you all in Orlando.
Hey, Reggie,
Yes, sir.
real quick, well, we got you on. What an incredible message. You could see from the urgency of why we need to take this serious and not hold back. But I want to ask you something. At this Atlanta meeting, were you blown away by, as we had, like, we all went to a restaurant afterwards and all the different people before we left for the restaurant, of all the folks that said they actually haven't been giving it everything they got, but they're ready to go all in. Did you hear that? Like I did. It was like the whole crowd. Tell me what you were thinking.
And I've been hearing it. Myself, I've been thinking it, but I've been hearing it since Saturday. I mean, after the event, people didn't want to leave the meeting to go to the restaurant, and then when they got to the restaurant, they stood there, they talked for minutes, and then, I introduced you to a few people I had there. They were blown away. They're still talking about it. And see, folks, that's the other part that we miss. Sometimes, just because we don't understand something doesn't mean that it's not working. We have to get around people who are making it happen all the time. Those individuals are the ones that really see the opportunity. So I want to attach myself to them. So at that meeting at the hotel, at the restaurant, I talked to several people, and they had already spent the entire day at the meeting, but they had questions. They wanted to know what is the next step. And I had two brand new people that were there myself personally, and both of them are blown away, literally, and already talking about taking advantage of events that we have in other states. So if you can imagine coming to an event like that, but more importantly, bringing your team so that you have people talking the same language as you about building this dynasty, it is important for us to be at every event. So yes, Steve, I am literally, Saturday was just an incredible moment for people to really reassess their desire to do this, because there's no doubt in my mind that we have something for everybody. But one thing I didn't mention about Ken Robinson, and I didn't wrap my story up with him, was that Ken called me 4 days before he passed away. That was the first time I heard about his illness. Now, I've been talking to Ken every week. We talk 2 or 3 times a week throughout the last 2 or 3 years. He calls me up 4 days before he passes away and says, Reggie, he said, look, man, I want to thank you and Z.R. Kendrick for getting started as probably the first people to take advantage of this opportunity. Can you imagine somebody saying that to you, somebody that you've been knowing and knowing what he's done in order to help his team? I mean, this is what we all are capable of doing. We have something that we can help so many people change their lives. And when he called me, I had no idea he was in hospice. I had no idea. And he just went on every single week. He was making Zoom schedules. He was, putting on events, hosting events. I mean, think about this. Somebody looked at him and say, well, I wonder, Ken is not here. Well, no, he just, probably just has a cold or something. Nobody ever knew anything. So I just want everyone to know, no matter what we have going on in our lives, sometimes it can be overwhelming. But when you have enough value in doing something, you want to make sure you take full advantage of it. And that's exactly what he did. And if I had to pattern my life after somebody's work ethic, it would be Ken Robinson. So we all have that opportunity to do the same thing for somebody else. We just have to make a decision.
Reggie, I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing with this team here, because they're special to me and you're special to me, and we're all, that's, Reggie's going to need Paul and Linda to speak into their team. Larry and Jerry, you do the same thing. We all take turns. And as we build different businesses around the country and around the world, eventually, one of us is going to go share, hey, would you like to take a trip and do a meeting for my team in Puerto Rico? And you can have a little vacation. This is what we do. We're gonna make this happen. I want you to see. But in the meantime, we all got to roll our work, it happen. for being sharing with all of us today. It was amazing, and we really was excited seeing you this weekend.
Thank you.
Bonding of all of us being together is very big and very success in this. Don't take lightly. You take your responsibility. I'm going to over a couple of things real quick about of doing meetings and having get-togethers, starting with Zooms and starting having home meetings and going over and over and over again. And our friend Juanita, which is Verdita's sister, taught us all here. You don't even know what Bam Fam is. Okay, Bam Fam is book a from a meeting. Bam, book a meeting. Fam, from a meeting. When you see the word Bam Fam, like you've seen us posted, Shannon Weimer posted it today on the Facebook, you might not even know what that is. But if you know what it is, let me help you. Reggie, what we heard, how Juanita taught us, was that amazing or what?
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was incredible. Bam Fam, when you think about it, it just makes so much sense, though. Because if you have something, you look at you go to a meeting and you're there, and it makes sense to you. Think about how many people are not at that meeting that it would make sense to. Book a meeting from a meeting. It makes it so simple as you build your team. Think about the people that you're training and that you're sharing this opportunity with. Hey, you know how you build your team? Through meetings. And I mean, there are many meetings. There are Zoom meetings. There are in-person meetings. There are one-on-ones. There are three-way. There are so many ways. All you want to do is help people realize they're not in it by themselves. See, when people feel like they're not in it by themselves, then they are always going to take action, or a lot more action than they would if they just felt like they were in it by themselves. When we have people working with us like Steve and Gina Merritt, how can Steve Merritt actually say, hey, look, I'm going to be here for you? You know what? He's there. I mean, when I say he's there, he's there. It's almost as if, this guy could be anywhere in the world, literally at the drop of a dime. Anywhere in the world at the drop of a dime, he could be there. But you know what? He spends his time every day figuring out who needs to have his time next. That's what you talking about, building in all these different cities around the country. People don't do that. People don't do that. We are blessed to have somebody who has made that kind of commitment to our benefit. So I just want to let everybody know we're in the right place at the right time with the right support, the right team. And certainly Steve and Gina Merritt are setting the pace. And also with, Cindy and Jens as they, continue moving forward and building their team, and anything that I could ever do to help anybody on this Zoom, just know that I'm here. I'm more than, willing to do whatever it takes. So, hey, look, Steve said it a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember this, but he said, you got to do everything for everybody until you get it done. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you.
Thanks, Reggie. Love you.
Hey, love you all. Thank you so much. I'm going to jump off. Certainly, if y'all have any questions whatsoever, I'll be around. Steve, you're more than welcome to give my numbers. So y'all have a good day.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Did you hear that? I mean, he's like Stan, that he would do anything for anyone. I mean, that was just incredible. So hold on. I kind of got this thing mixed up. There we go. Somebody help me. I think it was my daughter. Okay, everybody. Want to just let you know that, again, going back, another really quick thing that for those of you who weren't there, I don't want you to miss this Bam Fam. Book a meeting from a meeting. It means that when you're contacting somebody, so let's just say I'm contacting Paul and he's my prospect. Well, I'm going to say to him, hey, Paul, when are you going to have a chance to watch this, look at this, this is at info.com, the first video on there. Can you watch that 3-minute video by tomorrow? Yes, then I'm going to call you at this time. So even in your follow-up, from your prospecting, you're booking a meeting from a meeting. So you see what I'm saying, Jeff? Like if you know that concept, it really, it makes you productive. So now you're being productive. You're not just going to the meeting or having a Zoom for Larry. And now I know that when Larry's having his meeting, let's say Maura is one of his prospects at a Zoom meeting. I see her smiling and nodding. I'm going to say, Maura, let's do a meeting at your place. I mean, let's do a meeting on Zoom. Let's do a Zoom meeting for you next. You know what I mean? So then if I'm doing a home meeting, so everyone needs to have 3 or 4 Zoom meetings and home meetings. And in between, you might have to do, when he said 3-way calls, it's like Larry's talking to his friend. his friend's excited. Let's just say he's talking to Hayden, and then Hayden's excited, and you might say, hey, I got my friend, he's building this business. In your case, Hayden, you have this too, the number one couple in the entire company, or you've got two of the top leaders in the entire company, Paul and Linda, Cindy and Jens, Guy and Lynn, and all the other leaders that are on here. You can edify them, and then you put them on a three-way call. So then if you're on the three-way call, you all know this. So let's just say I'm calling for Larry and Jerry. Larry gets me on, we're talking to Jeff. I'm going to tell Jeff how great the opportunity is, what we got our hands on. I'm going to say you're working with the best couple, Larry and Jerry, and so they used me to get you on the call, but I built them up so that they know so you got confidence that they know what you're doing. Many, many people, sorry to say, Maura, the only reason I'm talking to all of you, I saw Hayden make a comment, so I know he's on here, and I know he's put a ton of people on here as well. But everybody, those of you that are younger, I know Hayden's got a young team, all right? Everybody learn this. This is something, there's some very small things that you need to know. Like, think about it. Most people just have a meeting. They're not thinking, okay, now I'll come back to what I was going to say, but that edification is what I wanted to say. It's so important for you to not only when Hayden builds me up, I don't want to come on the call and have my chest out and say, look who I am. I'm a 3-star presidential, and never build up Hayden and Genevieve. Because if I do this, then I'm not building up their prospect or their team and letting them know how good of hands they're in with Hayden and Genevieve. A prime example is Reggie. What did he say? Stick with Cindy and Jens. They know what they're talking about. We're giving you examples right here on the call how important this edification is, but many people don't even know this. So this is why I say, you got my cell phone, leverage me. I'll put you on the call to help you. But remember, if I don't build up Hayden at the end of the meeting or during the meeting, like Reggie built up us and built up the Bryntesons, you're just having a meeting and nobody knows what direction to go. They got to wait for you to come on. Now, I don't have to wait because Hayden can have another meeting tonight and they can be edifying him instead of me, and I don't have to be there. So this is just a small little thing, but let's go back to this book a meeting from a meeting. Now I'm having a meeting. Let's just say I'm having a home meeting for Paul and Linda, okay? And Jeff is there. And let's say Larry is there. Bo is over here. I see Bo. I got the name thing. There's all kinds of meeting. All right, now watch, guys. When I'm doing this meeting for Paul and Linda, I'm looking who's smiling and who's sitting on the edge of their seat. I'm also kind of looking at the ones that got their arms crossed and they're rolling their eyes back, but they're not who I'm looking to book a meeting from. You know what I mean? I'm still going to love on them and talk to them, but I kind of zone in where the people that are leaning forward, and you could tell if it's doing on a Zoom or they're doing it, if there's a guy laying in his bed eating Doritos on the Zoom, he probably ain't that fired up. You know what I mean? So, that's not the one I'm booking a meeting with. I'm looking for the person that's leaning forward, maybe asking a few questions, saying, wow, I really want to hear more. I want to take advantage of this. Great. Jeff, let's have a meeting on a Zoom for you. And then after we do a couple Zoom meetings, let's do a home meeting. But you see, I'm at Paul and Linda's house. I'm looking to see who I'm going to book the meeting for. This is a strategy that you got to learn, and you might never have learned it, so you don't know it. So how are you even going to grow if you're not having meetings? Because you can't book a meeting from a meeting if you don't have a meeting. So again, it doesn't matter if you're doing a one-on-one at a Starbucks, and I'm doing it for Jeff. I'm going to say, Jeff, let's have a Zoom meeting next, right? Or let's get on a call, even if it's a 3-way call, you, me, and your buddy. That's booking a meeting from a meeting. So I just want you to start getting that understanding, and maybe you could say to yourself, I haven't been doing this. Well, then you haven't been building the business like us. You can watch Mike Hernandez. He's like clockwork. He books a meeting from a meeting. Next thing you know it, you see all these people in a room. Well, guess why? He's been starting with Jeff doing a one-on-one. Then he's doing two 3 people. Jeff got 3 people. Then Jeff's 3 people brought 6 people. Next thing you know, he's got 20 people and 100 people in a room, like the El Paso, Texas room meeting that he did this week. So this is what you do. You book a meeting from a meeting, but it starts with your prospecting. So like if you have a prospect, you start with a prospect and say, okay, when can you watch the video, the first video, and this is an info, great, I'll call you tomorrow. So you're already getting this process. So I hope this helped you a little bit, just little bits and just little tidbits that can help you. If you get one tip from every Zoom you do, it's going to help you make it happen. So Reggie did speak about Unstoppable, how important it is. It's surprising enough how many people don't understand the importance. I could tell you it's the number one thing that I have ever done in my business. Nobody has ever promoted more like my wife and my wife Gina and I. We are like the best promoters we've ever in this industry. So, and here's why. Because the people like Reggie that are speaking, they all get motivated from the people that are attending. But if you don't have anyone in attendance, you're the only one that's getting the knowledge and the inspiration. So anyways, Unstoppable's coming up August 7th through the 8th. I just want to let you know that we've had to negotiate with the Marriott and the production company deeper into the summer. So Jeff, when somebody makes a deposit back in January, it didn't have to go so deep in the summer. So we came back and said, okay, can we make still a 3-payment process starting now with like $129 for a deposit, and you can make your payments, finance your way to the number one most important place to be, and that's what we have right now. And this is going on through the end of tonight at midnight. So sorry, this is the way that the hotel works, but this is what they did to us. We've been promoting it all weekend, and now we got till Monday at midnight. So I hope that if you don't have your ticket, you get it, but I hope you already have your ticket. This is for you to get. If I'm on the call with Jeff tonight and Jeff knows I don't have my ticket, you're there to help me get my ticket, Jeff. So this is what we need to help people understand how important it is. And this is where you see the duplication effect happen in a big way. Come on, David Schmidt is the owner of the company, the founder, the inventor. He knows the importance of it. He's going to be there, okay? We're going to have surprise guest speakers that are going to be there. All of this is a team leadership is going to be there. It was incredible. I will say that this weekend, everybody, I love the fact of the people that taught, because they weren't people that are normally on the stage at a This Is It team event, but some of them were better than I heard anyone ever speak on the stage. Shannon Weimer, for instance, she just crushed it this weekend from her heart, okay? Juanita, she is a brand new executive. A lot of these people are brand new 1- and 2-star executives, so they might not be presidentials yet, but they're on their game making it happen. And this is what I was inspired by, the people that were up on that stage teaching, and incredible. Pastor Bishop Jackson was on the panel. The clip that I got from him, Larry, was off the chart. I'm going to post this clip. We're going to be we're putting all the trainings on the school. So everyone's going to see that all these trainings, more contacting, how to contact. So if you have a little trouble contacting, Coletta was there. She knows how powerful this was. There's going to be, how to follow up better, how to handle objections. They're all going on the school. But here's the message that Pastor Bishop gave everybody. He said, guys, I just noticed at the draft this weekend that there were 500,000 people in Pittsburgh for the draft, outside Pittsburgh area and inside the draft. Okay. All these people only came there to spend money. They bought jerseys, hotel rooms, they paid for food, and none of them, all they were doing was watching the guys that are making millions or are gonna make millions. Nothing to do with their family's future or their family's where they're going, and they spent that kind of money for no reason. Guys, I was actually at the Atlanta hotel there, and I'd never seen so many Braves uniform, little everybody, all the people, everyone go Braves game. All right. Now I'm all about sport, guys. I'm a cheesehead. I'm from Wisconsin. I love sport. Okay, but sometimes you gotta have delayed gratification to get your family where they need to be before you spend all this money and get yourself and not be where your family. Ken Robinson did. So I encourage you to not take lightly what we're talking about. Don't get more excited about a sporting team that has nothing to do with your future than your own business that's been handed to you, God given, right here for every single one of you that we're changing lives. And I don't mean to be so hard on you. I'm just saying I'm here. I want everyone to win and succeed. There's people in tears
I'm hard on you.
of what's happening. I got Gina over here telling me she's hard on me. Guys, I got my wife telling me what to say for every one of you, and we're having a great time. I mean, why not?
Okay, I get on.
Look at her.
I've been coughing. That's why I'm in the background.
Does she look sick? Come on, the gal is on fire.
Come on. I got a little fungi from someone.
Hey
So
guys,
anyway,
they've been sneezing in their hands and
so-
shaking their hands and hugging us at
but
these
anyway,
events.
I tell him, you act like your whole income depends on this game.
Yeah.
Stop it. You have no investment in them. Let's go build families' futures.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
So that's a little bit of insight that we got from Pastor
Yeah,
Bishop
yeah.
that I passed on because it's incredible. Bam Fam came from, now this is a network marketing concept, networking 101. Linda knows this. You always book a
Yes.
meeting from a meeting, but Juanita just made it stand out in such a big way that now everyone is really zoned in on doing the right thing. The reason why our team is having the success is because of these incredible insights and knowledge that everybody is getting and dripping these skill sets as a team. So I hope that you're grasping what we're saying. I'm praying that you get to one of the next events that are coming up. And at least every Saturday we have our training. So you plug into the training, you get where you got to go, get yourself invested with the Unstoppable event. I mean, praise God, you don't have to put $1 million deposit like Gina. So this is amazing. You put a 129 or 179 for a couple. You're locked in your price. Now you're locked into that discount and you make a couple more payments. And next thing you know it, we're making it happen. But it's going to be here sooner than later. And I don't want you to be there by yourself.
No.
This is why. Now, if you've already got your ticket, I'm still talking to you because this was actually set up for you because you get it. Now you got to understand if I'm going to use my time wisely, I got to have as many people as I possibly can there to make it happen. So go to thisisitteamconvention.com to lock in your price and get your tickets and help your team. You got to help your team. I mean, did you hear what I said? We're a promoter. So we're promoting to our team. You got to promote to yours. And then the next thing is go to thisisitteam.com/events to see all the different events, trainings that are coming up still. And there's one I don't even think that's on here, which is the one in California. I don't think California's on here yet.
June 27th.
So June 27th, the day before my 40th anniversary, Gene and I are going to be in Irvine, California, teaching a business building seminar for everybody. So
On the 26th is an opportunity, and on the 27th at 7 p.m. is an opportunity. The 26th, on the 27th from 9 to 5 is a training.
okay, Friday night is an opportunity. Saturday is a training. Everybody, there is nobody. It is wide open in California, hot California. It's wide open in Atlanta. It's wide open in every one of these cities that we're showing you on the board, and it's wide open in your town. So the good thing about this, what I'm showing you here, what I told everybody at the event this weekend is, I'm just showing you by example this is what we did locally before we started spreading out to help everybody where they're at. We had a home meeting at our house, 3 to 4 of them. Then we looked to see, okay, my friend Matt and Kim, let's do a meeting at your house. Mike and Saeed, let's do a meeting at your house. So we just started having meetings and Zooms, many Zooms. Ken Robinson, I never did a meeting at his house because he lives in Atlanta. So I've only done Zooms to help everybody. But then I do these events in person with Ken, with Reggie and their team in person because the team already grew so fast from the Zoom. So this is why you do Zooms, because Jeff has people away out of his city that he knows that he can plug into the Zoom, and you don't know who's going to plug in. So use these meetings as an example for you do the same thing, but on a local scale. You might drive 3 hours, like from West Palm Beach to Orlando, from where I live to Orlando. I've done meetings in St. Augustine with Cindy and Jen's, done meetings in Tampa. So you kind of do the meetings, stay focused and zoned in about 3 areas. Maura, you stay in about 3 or 4 areas because you can't create momentum everywhere. And then you got the Zoom going on and you zone in and you book a meeting from a meeting, book a meeting from a meeting, and you make it happen. The great thing is it's not strenuous thinking here. It's like the great thing is once you get it, Jeff, it's the same thing. I'm coming to your place, booking a meeting from a meeting. You brought on Maura, I'm booking a meeting from a meeting. Maura brought on Larry and Jerry, booking a meeting from a meeting. Same thing, same slide, same everything, no homework. This is why it's so less stress. Then you plug everybody into the training, into the system of our Saturday trainings and the Zoom that's going on tonight with Brooke Robinson that's going to happen in 10 minutes. You get some more people on there. And if you don't have anybody on, it means you got to get better at promoting. So you got to be on to listen, to learn something new from my friend Brooke, who is on her way to the, she's not on her way yet, but in June, she qualified for the presidential trip to Italy. Hello? You think you might learn something from somebody that's going on the presidential trip to Italy. This is why we want you to listen and learn from all the different personalities as they're doing the opportunity meetings. But if you plug in, you get zoned in, you become a fanatic, a little obsessed for a season, like 36 months, you'd be surprised what's going to happen to every single one of you. So we're here.
Until Monday, May 4th. Another speaker. I'm not telling who it is, but the guy rocks.
Next week, Monday,
May 4th.
May 4th, we have another special speaker for the Brynteson team. So if you appreciate what we did, people want to bless your team. So you are blessed to be on here, and I'm blessed to be part of everything. I told everyone this weekend, hey, I'm just blessed to be partnered up and have every one of you as friends. So is wherever you want to take it. Some of you just want to be here for the community. I love you. Okay. And the positiveness. I mean, I'm telling you, I never seen so many more positive people that want to help other people like Reggie in whatever way we can help you. But some people really want to make this happen. I'm here for you. But you just got to be honest with yourself. Are you talking to 5 people every day? If you're not that good at talking to people, neither am I. But I had to learn how to start saying hi. So I bump into, I'm walking down the street. I start practicing hi to people. Hi. No one will ever say hi back to you. So say hi. Now, Gina don't have to do that, Jerry. Gina knows how to say hi to people. And people track to her when she says hi. Me, I'm a competitive guy, Jeff. So I push them away a little bit. But wherever your skill that you need to work on, you got to work on, because this is too big. Hayden, tell your team,
guys,
this is way too big.
The contacts today.
Yeah.
Just on a sticky note. 1, 2, 3, and I got one more, but I can't find it somewhere in my bag. 4. Bam. What did you get?
Yeah. And again, this is key to everybody making it happen. It's up to you though, where you want to go. It's just a matter of making it happen. And we believe in every one of you. Get on the call with Brooke right now. Get ready for you just keep talking. Let me know, Steve, can you call with somebody? I'll let you know. If it's got to be tomorrow or later on, 30 minutes from now, we're here. Work us. We're here to help make it happen. You've got incredible leaders in Paul and Linda, Lynn and Guy, and all the other leaders on here. Yeah, Hayden and Genevieve. I mean, come on, Hayden, it's your time to soar. Jeff, it's your time. Dan, it's your time. I mean, we need your leadership. You don't know. Your grandkids are watching you, Sherry, all right? Susan, your kids are watching you. Ann, everybody's watching us. Everybody, would you agree, all of you, Carlotta, I got you right, Carlotta, would you agree, Joe, all right, that our kids cannot make it without a duplicatable opportunity? They can't, I can't, I mean, okay, they can make money. Maybe some of their jobs pay a lot more money, but they're married to them. You don't have the kind of freedom that you could possibly have. Jim, I need your help. And, all right, so let's help these kids are watching us. So maybe they're not building it at the moment, but they're seeing what is possible, and they're never gonna, you put the dream into them, all right? I mean, my little grandson, He knows. He's like, hey, I want to do what my pop does. I want to be a millionaire. All right. And he saw that belt of mine that said $1 million. And he said, I knew Pop was a millionaire. I mean, isn't that getting him I made the belt, and he gets to see it. I had no idea he was going to have that kind of reaction. I mean, 10-year-olds they're on their game. So they're all watching us. And whether it's your kids or your grandkids, we got to set an example. And I love Cindy and Jen's. Here's their motto. They don't want to be in their 70s and do nothing. They really want to make a difference in life. I don't think there's a better opportunity to be doing this than doing us here in LifeWave without the risk. Like, who wants to put millions of dollars out at that age and have all this risk and stress when you could start by picking how many sleeves you want and start blessing and changing lives? This is amazing. Serial entrepreneurs, very successful. They're two of the most successful business people, my own relatives, that I've ever known in my life. And they're doing this because they want to bless people. Jen said, I don't want to just go on all the trips I've been on all over the place. I want to help my friends be able to come with us. So this is the kind of culture that we're creating. And I'm confident you see that in them and within all of you. So we're here to bless and make it happen. But I feel like some of us don't put enough of an urgency to make it happen. Now, again, we don't have to, you still can do it part-time, but stay consistent. Did you have your sticky notes of your people you talked to today? You know what I mean? How many people did you help do meetings for? You just got to do something every day to keep moving your business forward. And that's how we're going to do this together to make it happen. Believe me, well, you're doing a meeting, we're doing a meeting. Well, you're helping somebody, we're helping somebody. And right now I'm feeling with what David's about to announce. Now, the reason why I brought up the history is every time I said they're going to extend the promotion for 2 more weeks for a month, you know, the one we're having right now, which I've never seen anything bigger than this. Hayden, I've never seen a promotion that you could sponsor 4 people and make $900. And me sponsoring, let's just say I meet Jim, I sponsor Jim, he can make $900, I can make $450. I have never seen, as many times as I want to do that in a month, I can do that.
That'll completely change your life.
And another thing is that I've never seen a normal in these businesses, Joe, just to, maybe, I don't know how much experience you got, but normally in this industry, they'll say, go 1-star director and we'll give you the $900. But as you get closer to running out of time, we all know it's almost impossible. I don't care if you're me, you can't get Joe to 1-star director the last day. But in this promo, all I got to do is get Joe 2 right and 2 left on advanced packages or above, and that promo runs for the next 9 weeks, and you can capitalize $900 for putting the 4 people in the very last day. Oh, a little selfishly on my side, I can make $450. That's amazing. So I hope you're seeing what I see, and David is doing everything he can do, and then he's getting ready to make this other big announcement of making those lesser ranks easier to qualify, which will allow people to get to the binary faster, allow them to, and when you generate income from the mentor matching, you'll be able to get there, help the people get to 1-star director faster, and you'll be able to generate income because you help them get there, and it'll be easier for them to qualify. So this is what's happening. There's it takes a little time for the IT guys to get all this stuff done and the data, but I hope you can see it in my voice that we're onto something very big, very historic if we all get serious about what we got our hands on. So it's been great sharing with you tonight. Get on with Brooke. She's going to start in 2 minutes. It's going to be wild. She's going to be doing an MMA. She'll get that rocking, and we'll see you guys at one of the next BBSs. I'm going to be in Cleveland with Gina this weekend, and it's going to be incredible. Look at the banner. It keeps adding. More leaders are coming there, and we're going to have a great time being there. So been great sharing with every one of you. Please keep praying for Cindy. She is doing amazing, and I'm looking forward to getting her and Jen's back on these calls. But in the meantime, I'm just keep stirring things up for every one of you. Gina's telling me we got some special guest speaker that's coming on next Monday. I can't wait to be on here with them. So get as many people as you can. Hayden and all the team, all the younger folks, proud of every one of you. And all the more veteran folks like me, I'm proud of you too, because we're going to get this happen, make it happen for everybody. And everyone's watching us, so we're going to really make our move right now. 1-star, 2-star director. All you think about now is putting 5 right, like Reggie said, 5 left, help everyone go 1- and 2-star manager. And I don't care if you're all in the business. I don't care if you've been in for a while. I'm not looking just to break my 450. I want to help Jim sponsor somebody, help that person go get $900 and Jim make 450. Don't be so much on how much you're going to make, because the more you help your friends succeed, the more your business is going to flourish in a big way. I love the fact that we can get people out of the blocks and generate this kind of income so quickly. So it's been great sharing with you guys tonight. Love you. And we'll do another one of the Q&As very quickly, but I thought Reggie was a great, I mean, come on. The guy was inspiring. He's an incredible friend, and he's saying, hey, anything I can do for you. Where are you going to get somebody like that? So love you guys. Have a productive rest of the week. Let's go make it happen. Hope I see some of you in Cleveland.
Go to Brooke soon.